Well, it didn't last long. It looks like Chase Claypool has been removed from the physically unable to perform list. We got that as well as a couple other updates for the Chicago Bears right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. I'm the host here, Haize, but more importantly, you can follow the channel at Chi Bears Central and every social media platform we happen to be on. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the content for today. So yesterday we got news at the opening of training camp that the Chicago Bears placed wide receiver Chase Claypool on the physically unable to perform list. Well, it didn't last too long. He's now been removed from that list. He's clear to go ahead and return and be a full participant in practice. And we did say in that episode, while we were concerned about things and what it could mean for Chase Claypool, it looks like it was all for naught. Chase Claypool seems like he's going to be ready to go. He's going to be there with training camp for the remainder. He's probably going to be ready to play in preseason on top of all of that. And him being removed from this list does nothing but bode well for him. They've even released pictures, which will be in the thumbnail of this video, of him actually working out. Listen, it is what it is. Chase Claypool is now ready to go. He's off the physically unable to perform list. He's going to be now practicing with the team, and that's what we need. It's highly important for the Chicago Bears to have everybody ready to go at the opening of training camp to really get a look at what this team is going to be and to kind of remove any excuses by offensive coordinator Luke Getsy from not having everybody fully integrated into the offense for the Chicago Bears. And so, listen, it's nothing but positivity around there. Chase Claypool is motivated, has a lot of doubters to prove wrong. A lot of, hate and kind of, a lot of vitriol has been focused on Chase Claypool, both from Bears fans and the national media. And I do hope he uses this season as a way to really turn some heads, turn the conversation around him, maybe even work himself into a long-term contract with the Chicago Bears, and hopefully overall this receiver unit and wide receiver room is ready to go and helps Justin Fields propel himself forward as well as he's looking to quiet a lot of the naysayers as far as his passing ability. But Chase Claypool has his own doubters around him. Conversations and things have been made over his motor and his motivation and his ability to stay focused. Chase Claypool has a lot of people to prove wrong, but more importantly than anything, he got things that he wants to prove to himself and the doubters that he wants to prove wrong. So use it all for motivation, and I'm glad that Chase Claypool is now ready to go for the Chicago Bears, and we'll see what that means throughout preseason and the rest of training camp and what we hear and how that chemistry builds with this wide receiver unit that, hey, they're looked at, and I'm looking at them to do a lot of positive things this year overall in the passing game. Now, with that said as well, in today's daily episode, we talked about the Bears working out wide receiver Isaiah Ford. Well, it looks like they have now signed the veteran wide receiver Isaiah Ford, and we'll see what that ends up meaning for the Chicago Bears, right? Does he turn into somebody who actually makes the 53-man roster? I personally have my doubts on it. Like, just personally, when you look at Isaiah Ford and what he's been in the NFL so far, it's really nothing amazing, right? It hasn't had a lot of receptions, haven't had a lot of opportunity either, but at least for me, and this is personal, this is not saying anything that anybody else has to share this opinion either, but when I look at Isaiah Ford and, some of the questions and stuff around him, at the end of the day, I don't think that this is going to be a signing that really changes very much for the Chicago Bears. He's been in the NFL since 2018, stayed on the practice squad for the Indianapolis Colts last season, only has a career 63 receptions. Now, he does have 681 yards in that, only been targeted 97 times. I don't think this is a signing that's really going to, do anything crazy for the Chicago Bears personally. But, hey, overall, the Bears bringing in more competition, whatever it ends up being, I'm not mad at it. So we'll end up seeing if this pays off for anything long-term for the Chicago Bears. But overall, the biggest thing about this updated takeaway is Chase Claypool is removed from the physically unable to perform list, and we'll see what that means for him, his longevity, and the Chicago Bears as they gear up for preseason. Make sure you guys are following the channel at Chi Bears Central on every social media platform. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. And lastly, you can leave a text message and our voicemail for our mailbag episodes on Fridays and Saturdays. The number to do so, 773-242-9336. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related because of you guys. And like we like to end every episode on, Chi-Town up, but bear down. Love you guys. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.